Hey there, it's Chris from Good Roads, and I love backyard riding. Whether it's a snow kicker out in the front yard or some dirt trails out in the woods, there's something so nice about just being able to walk out your front door and ride. But you know what I don't like? Walking up hills. Walking up is way less fun than riding down. And that is why I'm going to be building myself a rope tow. This is a project that I have been planning and accumulating parts for more than a year, and I am really excited to get started. So, let's do that. In this video, I'm gonna be building the powertrain, the beating heart and soul of my little backyard lift. And I have made the decision to go electric. That way I don't have to worry about empty gas tanks, cold carburetors, or noise. I'll have a much quieter motor running my setup so I can have some nice chill mellow sessions. At the very least, the motor won't be overpowering the music. After a lot of deliberation, I decided to go with this 2.5 horsepower treadmill motor. It's a DC motor, it's speed controllable, and this style of motor has the advantage of constant torque, which means it pulls just as hard no matter how fast it's spinning. Jeremy Felding's channel was an enormous resource in beginning to understand the trappings of different types of motors. So if you're interested in tackling a project like this, I highly recommend you go check him out. You can use the guts of a treadmill to control the speed of a motor like this, but I'm looking to make a machine with clean internals, so I got a pre-made speed control box off of eBay. Let's take a look inside. Well, I don't know what any of that is. I swear, electricity is black magic. The motor is 2.5 peak horsepower, 1.5 horsepower continuous, and that seems a little low, so you might be wondering, and I was wondering, is it gonna be strong enough? Well, if you take force over time, the length of the lever arm, torque, the moment of inertia, starting resistance, the angle of the slope, assume a perfectly round object. Wait. There's only one question we need to answer here. Do I think 1.5 horses could pull me up a hill? Which half of the horse? Yes. Yes, I do. An average treadmill also has enough power to kind of throw an adult across a room, so I think we're gonna be good here. The motor's top speed is 6,700 RPM, which is absolutely insane and actually kind of frightens me a little bit. So we're gonna have to gear it down somehow, which has the added benefit of increasing the torque, making my rope tow pull much harder. My original plan for that gear reduction was a complex set of belts, pulleys, bearings, and shafts. It was probably overly complicated. And I don't have a good track record with fabricating complicated machines. I'm pretty bad at it. Don't worry about that electric skateboard press, by the way, we're coming back to that. So after a lot of hemming and hawing and procrastination, I scrapped that design and I bought this. This is a 40-to-1 worm gear reduction. Hooking this bad boy up to our motor will get the max speed down to about 170 RPM, or about 3 revolutions per second, which is still plenty fast for our needs. Great, let's start putting this stuff together. The first thing I needed to do was trim this flange on the motor, cause, well, look at that. It won't sit flat. That's easy enough to take care of with an angle grinder. First, I'm gonna tape off these vents so I don't get steel filings in the windings of the motor. And then get cutting. While I'm at it, I'm also going to chop off this threaded section at the end of the motor shaft. I'll show you why in a second. We've got to connect our motor to the gearbox, and to that I'm using this flexible coupling, which will give me some wiggle room when it comes to aligning the drive shaft of the motor and the input shaft of the gears. I've also got this collar, which I'm going to modify to use to get the bore of the coupling to match the diameter of the gearbox input shaft. That threaded section on the motor shaft did not fit in this coupling, which is why it had to go. I've also got this problem. The flexible coupling will account for some misalignment, but the heights of those shafts are way too different to be compatible. So I did some quick math, and I printed these. These are some 98A solid TPU risers that I'm going to use to lift up the gearbox so it's in line with the motor. I'm not 100% sure on the material choice here, but I'll give it a go for now, and if I have to replace it later with something more durable, no big deal. And with the risers in place, our shafts are in much better shape. Next, I've got to get that collar to fit. Only the more narrow section is the right diameter, so I'm going to cut it to length, and I'm also going to cut a slot to try to make use of the keyway on the input shaft. And hey, that's looking great. I might want to drill and tap that for the keyway, but that feels pretty good. The coupler is just aluminum, so I filed myself a flat on the coupler, center punched, and drilled a hole for a set screw. I didn't have the right size tap, so I quickly made one for myself by grinding a slot out of a bolt with the right thread size. And for cutting in a soft metal like aluminum, it actually worked out okay. Now I can tighten the set screw to lock the key and collar in place, then tighten the coupler for a super strong grip. Then I just gotta connect the motor side of the equation. Join the two halves. Connect the power. And we're ready to test. Oh, it's so freaking fast. My God. Oh, that works. It works. That all seems really solid. The speed control works great. The output RPM seems right in line for what you'd see in a surface lift. I'm chuffed. Chuffed, I say. I'm really stoked about this one, guys. Adding a lift is gonna take my little backyard trail section to the next level. Next up, I'm gonna tackle either making the frame that our new powertrain sits on or making the bull wheels, which are the big wheels that drive a lift. So if you're interested in seeing that or any number of other awesome DIY board sport projects, you should go ahead and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, you could join the growing group of amazing people over on Patreon, who, as every week, have my eternal gratitude. There'll be a link down in the description below. If you got any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you're an engineer and I'm doing something stupid, please let me know because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. And as always, I love having you guys along for the ride. So until next time, I'll see you soon. Bull wheels. Bull wheels. What a great term.